Hi, I'm Dr. Heather Moore, back again here for video 3 of shoulder course series. You've either found us on the web or you watched other 2 videos and you're on the 3rd in the series. So thank you for sticking with us to video number 3. If you're just joining us, welcome. Congratulations on your journey of figuring out what's going on and kind of how to work on it a little bit. Hopefully by now you've had your phone consultation, you've set that up, and you've emailed us, kind of let us know what's going on, so we can understand your cause and your case more in depth. If you haven't done so, go reply to this email and let me know. We can get something set up for you, so that way you can talk to a shoulder specialist to get more information for yourself on what's going on. A lot of times just kind of talking things over, us asking the right questions can point you more in the direction of, is it impingement? Is it rotator cuff tendonitis? Is this all 3? Is it something that I really need to worry about? Can I just let it go? Is Advil going to fix it? All these questions that, snowball in your head. So today we're going to go through a couple things that you can do at home when you have shoulder pain. So the first question I always get is Advil or heater ice, because those are the top 3 things that people think of to do at home right away, which is a good first step. So I'm going to answer the Advil, ibuprofen question right now. Should I be taking them? Yes and no. Here's my rule on ibuprofen, and it really is a rule that you should stay hard and fast to. You get 2 weeks with ibuprofen, all right? So if you wake up every day and you're like, I just got to pop some Advil, just got to pop some Advil, just got to pop some Advil, go ahead. You get 2 weeks, okay? If you can't reduce the pain on its own, okay, you don't see a change, or you can't function without them, you got to get off of them. And why do I say this? It will damage the lining of your stomach. And I know, before you say anything, that you know somebody who knows somebody, or you know somebody directly that has been taking this for a long time, okay? Oh, they've been taking it for years, they've never had a problem. There are those people out there that can take Advil forever, okay, and not have a problem. The majority of people, it will start to eat away at the stomach lining. It will start to damage your stomach, all right? And that becomes very dangerous territory. So they're great, you wake up, you have a sore neck, you have a sore arm, you pop 2 Advil, everything's great, you never have to talk about it again. Great, okay? Did its job. But if you're popping these things for 2 weeks or more, you need to get off of it. There's a sign of a greater problem going on. That Advil's not going to help. Advil's not going to take away pain that goes on for more than 2 weeks. Advil's not going to help with that. In fact, it's helping you become worse. All right. So my rule is 2 weeks with Advil. That's it. My rule is 2 weeks with any pain. Like I often say, we age, we get older, we wake up, something hurts, back hurts, neck hurts, knee hurts, whatever. Something hurts. You're not going to run to the doctor, you're not going to run and see me, you're not going to call me with every ache and pain. So it's important to realize which is stuff that you should really pay attention to, and which is kind of like, yeah, that's just life, I have to deal with it. 2 weeks is the rule. If you wake up every day and you're in pain for 2 weeks straight, you have a problem. If you heater ice it or you take Advil for 2 weeks and the pain doesn't subside, you have a problem, okay? If for 2 weeks the pain gets increasingly worse, you have a problem. Now, a lot of times, by the time you start to notice pain, it's been going on for a while. A lot of times when I have somebody in the exam room and I say, tell me the history of your pain, Well, I started to get back pain, it started a couple months ago, it's gotten progressively worse, and I say, well, did you ever have any pain before that? Before this couple months where it really started to get intense? Well, yeah, I had it on and off. That was when your pain first started, okay? So a lot of times, this goes back years, it goes back 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years, whatever, with people. So, that first indication that there's something wrong, comes really early on. So pay attention to it, If it goes away, it's a fluke, it happened, you slept wrong, something got stuck, you fixed it, great. But if you're like, wow, last month I had the same pain, this is a problem, okay? So just kind of take note of that. Heater ice, what do you do? All right. First of all, it's heat and it's ice, okay? So it's not something that you're going to completely mess up your body if you choose wrong. I get a lot of frantic phone calls and a lot of frantic emails. People like, I think I put the wrong thing on. Okay, it's heat or ice. It's not going to make or break anything. All right? The only thing you can do is burn yourself if you have a heating pad that you plug into the wall. Beyond that, you're not going to suffer too many consequences. Is there a time that heat or ice is more appropriate, one versus the other? Sure. When you have pain, especially pain within the first 24 hours, you fall on your shoulder, you have a traumatic injury, ice is the way to go. All right? Ice every day of the week. And a lot of times with shoulder injuries, ice is how you continue. Ice is an inflammatory, it stops the inflammation. All right? So ice is usually the best choice. And if you're always deciding, I don't know, heat or ice, heat or ice, heat or ice, throw ice on it. Okay? 10 minutes every day. Bag of peas does not have to be anything fancy. Throw that on there. Heat, usually I tell people to use if you're achy, if you're stiff. Like if you're one of those people that you wake up and you're stiff and, hot shower, will loosen you up. That's when heat's appropriate. You're just kind of like, I'm a little stiff today. Maybe you ran yesterday, maybe you did some new activities yesterday, and you wake up and you're just stiff. All right? That's what heat's good for. It's going to increase that blood flow, kind of kick it up a notch, let you, get moving. So, again, no more than 15 minutes. Don't fall asleep with a heating pad on your back. 15 minutes, nice and easy to heat up that area. So, back to shoulder pain. What can we do at home to kind of start to fix some of the things that are going wrong? So, a lot of times with shoulder pain, you've got weakness, okay? You've got muscle weakness. A lot of times it's rotator cuff weakness. It's a posture issue. It's different things. So, one of the first things I'm going to show you is something that you can universally use to treat shoulders. Anything. It doesn't matter what's going on. This is what you can do. So, a lot of times, posture is a major player in shoulder injuries. A major player in overuse injuries. So most of us, unbeknownst to us, walk around like this. So if you find yourself, if I said to you right now, push your shoulders to the ground, and you push them down and you're like, oh my gosh, they actually went down. That's a problem. You should be able to, if I say push your shoulders down, you should be like, I can't, like they don't go anywhere. But most of us, if I say drop your shoulders, push your shoulders down, they're going to go somewhere. All right? So you've already positioned your shoulder in a point of injury. All right? Being up here as opposed to down here sets your shoulder up for injury. All right? So instead of you moving your arm like this, now every time you move your arm, you're like this. Well, now everything is off, okay? And just doing that from here to here, I feel pain, okay? Because I'm closing off gaps that are supposed to be open. I'm doing a whole lot of things that are supposed to be functioning in this position, but now I'm doing it in this position. So one of the first things right off the bat that I teach people is how to move their arm again. And I know you're like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and it's simple and it's stupid. Guess what? A lot of treatments are just that simple. All right? It's paying attention to everyday motions. Tendinitis came about because you're doing a repetitive motion. And it's not a repetitive motion you can't handle, you just use the wrong muscles. A lot of times you use wrong muscles because this is where you start. Okay? So this is where, if I say to you right now, push your shoulders down, and you notice a pattern that they went down, that wasn't like that's a one-time thing. I was just watching a video and I was upset or whatever. That's where your muscles function, okay? So that's a major problem. 66 days to form a new habit, okay? So you got 66 days of constantly telling yourself, push your shoulders down, push your shoulders down, push your shoulders down, push your shoulders down, before they actually listen. So push your shoulders down, okay? Relax. You want to make sure that you're pushing your shoulders down at all times. It's going to take you 1,000 times a day to really remind yourself. Have it pop up on your phone, have it pop up on your computer. Get yourself to remind yourself to push your shoulders down, okay? To have your shoulders down here. Nice and easy. It's not hard, but it's something that makes such a big difference when you operate from up here and here. If you get headaches, neck pain, you're up here, okay? So make sure you're doing it. The next step in this, and again, this is if you have rotator cuff tear, impingement, tendinitis. This is kind of the one treatment that everybody starts off with, is to actually watch yourself move your shoulder, okay? Take a good hard look at how you move your shoulder, all right? So first of all, just stand in front of a mirror and watch. Now, chances are when you go in front of a mirror, you're going to very much do it correctly. I have a two-way window in my office, and they always say, well, why don't you come out and watch me? I'm like, oh, well, I'm watching you. I get more information when people don't think I'm watching them than I do. When I come out, everyone all of a sudden, perks up, starts doing things right. That's not going to help me understand what you're doing, why you're hurting yourself. What I see is when people walk back to the room, when they walk back to the table, they think I'm not out here or whatever. They think I'm, somewhere else or busy. And I kind of grab a look and see how they're walking or see what they're doing. That gives me the most information that I can get, because that means that's telling me what your body's doing most of the time. You don't think I'm watching you, and I'm only watching you, for the hour or so that you're here. So that means, for the hour you're here, 24 hours a day, you're doing something else, all right? So if you look in the mirror and you're moving your shoulder like this, chances are, good for you, but you don't do it that way all the time. And if it's a process, like if you have to actually think of moving your shoulder nice and easy with your shoulder down, chances are that's not how you move it, okay? Many times, this is how people move their shoulder, okay? But even if you move it nice and easy like this, okay, I challenge you to start to move it faster, okay? Do, 30 reps like this, okay? And then stop. But you have to drop your shoulder, okay? If you do, it means it's coming up every time, okay? Once you start to do these more repetitious movements, all right, you're going to see actually where your shoulder is when you move it, because you're kind of taking your mind out of it. You're able to move it, and even if you try to say, push your shoulder down, you're going to notice that all of a sudden you can't move it as high, okay? You're going to notice the quality of movement. If this is how you naturally move your shoulder and your shoulder doesn't go up, this is going to be easy for you, okay? But if every time you elevate your shoulder and you're standing in front of a mirror and you're trying to do it, you're trying to say push your shoulder down, it's going to look something like this, okay? You're going to have this exaggerated push down to your shoulder, and you're not going to be able to get your shoulders high, all right? Very, very, very important. Kind of the first steps in treating shoulders is that, okay? Looking at how your posture is, looking at how you move your shoulder. We can't beat shoulder pain if you can't fix why it's wrong, or things that you're doing every time you move it in order to, to injure it. And if you move your shoulder like this, every time you move your shoulder, you're injuring your shoulder, okay? So another thing that you can do is, and again, this is kind of universal for all three of those diagnoses that we talked about, is you can do some strengthening exercises. And what you can do is you can just find a surface, maybe one that's padded because you're going to be punching down. You want to start with your elbow bent, shoulder relaxed, and you want to push down into the table, okay? You're going to kind of feel everything under your armpit firing, everything down below here, below in your shoulder firing. So you're just going to push down and relax, and push down and relax. Nice and easy, okay? Hold it a couple seconds and relax. When you get really good, you're going to sit on that counter and just push up and back down, and push your butt off the table and back down. You want to do about 30 of those. You can do those every day, all right? You're going to find that you're going to get a workout after 30. It's probably one of the hardest exercises I give in here, even though it looks really easy and you're like, all you got to do is push your butt off the table. 30 repetitions, holding it, 2 or 3 seconds, people get really tired. The next thing you can do for your shoulder is start working on all the knots, start working on all the trigger points, okay? So if you have pain, all you're going to do is get your fingers. You can use your first 2 fingers. Now what you don't want to do is use your fingers and have them kind of extend, okay? Then you're injuring your hand and you have a whole other mess. So you want to kind of keep it in like a claw position, okay? Find your spots. Find the spots in your shoulder that are tender, okay? When you do, hold it there, 20 to 30 seconds, nice and easy, okay? And just move it around. Go up into your neck, into the side of your neck, into the front of your chest, all over, okay? Try and find those spots, all right? Now, pulling on your neck like this is just going to cause you shoulder pain, so don't pull. It's a very targeted muscle release, okay? So that 3 exercises are basically what we look at. Are basically a good starter for any of those 3 diagnoses that you have or that you've come up with, or even if you're just experiencing shoulder pain. That's a really good place to start. Now, because you've listened to me babble on for 3 videos, we're going to go ahead and kind of throw a special offer out to you. If you want a free consultation, no money, just come in, talk to one of our shoulder experts, see what's going on, get them to look at it. We can tell you what's going on with your shoulder. Just reply back to this email, You can give us a call, 215-997-9898, or you can just hit reply to this email. We'll get in touch with you, and we'll go ahead and set that up and get you going on kind of figure out really what's going on, and if it's something that you can do at home, or things that we can fine tune that you're doing at home. But we really kind of want to help you out, get you out of this cycle of shoulder pain. So thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you soon.